Homeland Security. Homeland Security was established as a direct response to the 9/11 terrorist attacks on the United States in 2001. The Department of Homeland Security, DHS, was created on November 25, 2002, with the signing of the Homeland Security Act by President George W. Bush. The primary goal of the DHS is to prevent terrorist attacks within the United States, reduce the vulnerability of the United States to terrorism, and minimize the damage from potential attacks and natural disasters. DHS is the third largest federal agency in the United States, with over 240,000 employees. The agency is responsible for implementing Homeland Security policies and programs, which includes a wide range of activities such as securing the nation's borders, enforcing immigration laws, preventing cyber attacks, protecting critical infrastructure, responding to natural disasters, and more. DHS is organized into 5 main divisions: the Office of the Secretary, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, the U.S. Coast Guard, and U.S. Customs and Border Protection, CBP. Each division has specific responsibilities and functions, but they all work together to achieve the DHS's overall mission. CBP is responsible for securing the U.S. borders and managing immigration and customs enforcement. The agency is responsible for preventing terrorists, weapons of mass destruction, and illegal immigrants from entering the country. CBP also enforces trade and travel regulations and intercepts prohibited items at the border. FEMA is responsible for managing the federal response to disasters, including natural disasters and terrorist attacks. The agency provides financial and logistical support to states and local governments during emergencies, and helps communities recover from disasters by providing disaster assistance, housing, and other resources. CISA is responsible for protecting the nation's critical infrastructure, including cyber infrastructure and physical infrastructure such as power grids and transportation systems. The agency helps to prevent cyber attacks on government and private sector networks, and provides guidance on how to secure critical infrastructure against physical and cyber threats. DHS also works closely with state and local governments, as well as with private sector partners, to improve overall security and emergency response capabilities. The agency provides training, funding, and technical assistance to state and local governments to enhance their emergency management and response capabilities. DHS also works with private sector partners to identify and address potential threats to critical infrastructure. The budget for DHS was $51.6 billion in 2021. The majority of the budget goes towards the agency's operational components, which include CBP, ICE, TSA, FEMA, and the Secret Service. The remaining funds are allocated to research and development, procurement, and construction projects. DHS has faced criticism and controversy since its establishment, particularly regarding its immigration policies and the use of controversial tactics such as surveillance and profiling. Critics argue that some of the agency's policies and practices violate civil liberties and human rights. Despite its challenges, DHS has played a critical role in protecting the United States from terrorist attacks and other threats. The agency has thwarted numerous terrorist plots, prevented the entry of dangerous individuals and materials into the country, and responded to disasters and emergencies. Homeland Security remains an essential component of the United States' national security strategy.